Hey, what's up you guys? Gremlin Xeno back again with another video. Today we're talking about a much-loved series by me and the latest entry in the series. Even though the series has been dormant for a couple years, this is more a retrospective than a review, but today we're looking at Mirror's Edge Catalyst, the second game in the Mirror's Edge franchise, releasing around 2016, and yeah, let's get into it. Mirror's Edge Catalyst differs from the first game quite a bit, adding an open world environment with side quests, which is a lot different from the first game, which was a completely linear game. While also being a linear game, it was very compact and had a lot of detail put into all its levels. Shit that isn't very present in Catalyst. While Catalyst has a great, fun open world you can explore with a bunch of side quests, races, deliveries, and dashes, which can be, conquered by you to get the best time in, it doesn't have the same detail Mirror's Edge 1 did. And I think that really hurts the game. Also, the story. Let's talk about the story. The story is bland. You can skip through it. Now, the original story from Mirror's Edge 1 was intensely good. It was a thriller. It was a crime drama, if you will. It involved Faith being pinned for the murder of someone and then trying to get revenge on the person that pinned her for the murder, while also being a super badass parkour first-person shooter. But in the second game, I can't even tell you the story. I don't even know. She's just trying to stop Krugersek because the world is run by capitalist bullshit, I guess. That is the entire story. Now, it is a good game, but the story is intensely lacking. Also, no guns in this game, which gives the combat a little bit of a challenge to step up to the original game where it had light combat while also throwing in FPS elements like guns. But I think that handled it very well because the simple yet addictive combat makes you want to get into fights sometimes, especially when there are missions which are solely just fighting arenas, because even though it is simple, it is really fun to have the ragdoll system, kicking enemies into other enemies and having them fall off buildings and such. The parkour in this game is a lot different than the first game. In the first game, there was no skill tree, but in this game, there's a skill tree where you learn. You do not start out with the skill roll. You have to get a point, an upgrade point, and buy it from the skill tree, which sucks because you have to be stuck with the slow stumble move, but quick enough you get an upgrade point if you play the game right. But there's also other things like combat intel, which makes your enemies weaker, I guess, or you're just better at defeating your enemies and you can use better attacks on your enemies. There's technological upgrades, which increase your health bar and your focus meter, which creates a shield so you don't take any damage while you're running and have a combo and also make you go faster. But I think a lot of the systems are explored more and eventually, make a reason for the open world having so much stuff to do in it, even though it is a little lacking in content for a game this size. But it is a short story and it is just replayable because of the parkour. Also, the parkour is just fun because some people go into GTA just to drive, or some people boot up Spider-Man PS4 just to swing. Well, some people probably boot up this game to just parkour around. I've done that in the past. I had a couple minutes to spare. I'd get on Mirror's Edge Catalyst and I'd just run around this very well-crafted open world. And when I say well-crafted, I don't mean before where there was no detail, but it's well-crafted in the fact that design is pinnacle. What I mean by pinnacle is that the world feels lived in while also being designed primarily for parkour, which is it's your only way of getting around, which is the running and the free running. And I think that design is really awesome. Now, when this game came out, it was received very poorly. Not a lot of people picked up the game, and I think it's a super underrated title. It has a super modest price tag, super modest disk drive space compared to games today like Warzone taking up fucking 200 gigabytes of your space. So if I were to say buy this, yeah, I would say buy this. Extremely fun experience. If you're not looking for a heavy story, great game to get into. And if you love good gameplay, I recommend this game. It is a great first-person action game. And yeah, this is pretty fucking good. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Grimmy Xeno. Subscribe, like it if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Press the bell if you did subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.